today, and we're gonna just start off. Oh, well, I guess we were gonna have Boring Man be our guest, but he died or whatever. So now we're gonna have Sosa again.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
He keeps finding a way to get back on.
I swear, Sosa's just like connivingly making this happen. He's the mastermind behind it all.
Made
Just
Parker
to,
sick.
just to get
Oh
on
yeah, he
Balcast
still
again.
says on here Boring Man.
I
It's
told
so
him I'd
sad.
throw next tournament.
Yeah, right.
Just
For
in
the
case I
cake?
lose.
You will never throw. You'll never throw anything. You never throw
Right?
a friendly.
You want to win too much.
All right. But our opening question is gonna be favorite player from the people who were released today for the PM rankings.
Oh, that's right. They released 41 to 50.
Yes.
Yes.
So you want to start then
All right.
with your favorite player?
Yeah, okay, so of the players who have been released, which you can find on smashboards.com right now, they just have like a cool little article. You can
Yeah,
find that link on the subreddits. I think it's on the front page of both Smash Bros. And SSB.
I don't know
right
about
now.
Smash Bros. It is on SSBPM though.
Yeah.
It better be on Smash.
It's
Anyway,
on, it's on
continue.
Smash Bros.
Pick a player.
For us.
We'll talk about this all in depth later.
Right. But, I really like Hero of Time. Or no, fuck, the other link, Blue.
Wow.
They're both on there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, so Blue is like, I really like Blue. He's like a really cool guy, and I think that it's just the way that he plays Link just like makes a lot of sense of how I just imagine people playing Link. He just likes Link, you know, and like he isn't super technical. He's actually like very aggressively not technical.
Yes, like
He,
doesn't wave dash,
doesn't wave
doesn't
dash,
shield
doesn't
drop.
know how to shield drop. like not even doesn't shield drop. Like doesn't really like is good at it either. You know what I mean? And like he like gets a lot of really good like he gets a lot of good placements because of just like the reads and stuff. You know, just like being very methodical and like understanding how the game works. You can make something simple work really well, and I like that in a player. So.
He has one mix-up, exactly one mix-up.
What is
It's
it?
either forward smash or grab. Both hurt.
It's so true.
Blue is my favorite of the 10 so far.
Alright, my favorite is Kais. So he's like, for one, I think he's the best charger by far. And
Of the two.
and then like every encounter I've had with this guy has been like super fun and he's a cool guy. But I remember him in that Supernova when I met him, I played him and he like four-stocked me like one of the games.
Oh yeah.
And then I won the next three and I ended up winning the money match. But like he's super good and he like always cheers for me when I'm not playing against like Flip or something. So he's a cool guy and he's really good.
Yeah, I would have picked Kais if it wasn't for Sosa picking him before me, because Kais is a super homie. But my next is XYK, mainly because we've just been chatting recently, like after we just like started talking in a hitbox, and we like talk about like TCGs or the games, or like we just been hitting it up recently, and I just think he's a super cool person. And I also really like his Luigi, and one thing he does I really, really like is the weird fireball thing, where you're on ledge and you throw a fireball at the wall and it bounces off to go hit your opponent, like off stage.
I didn't even
it looks
fireball
super
had that
super
property.
kill.
It bounces
It's
off
super
walls.
cool.
That's
Yeah,
like
there
really
very few
jank.
walls.
He also had the best title of like any combo and like on Reddit. You know how you have to put the like little title.
Yeah, what
It's like
was
when
it?
your girl wants to check your phone and it's like him like ledge dashing forward, back out every time. It's super funny.
Alright, and then I'm gonna finish it off. I'm gonna pick I Love Bagels just because like every time I hang out with that guy, actually at first I like, well, this is just a general thing with me,
At
but
first I hated him.
yeah, well in general I like don't like most nerds when I first meet them. I'm like, oh, you're just a nerd. But then like when I get to know them, and like Gio was definitely one of those people I was like kind of intimidated by because he just looks so like
Evil.
unhappy all the time.
Also looks like Neil.
But he's like definitely one of my favorite PM players just because he's so like outside of the game he's so nice and like willing to like help people get good and like is super open to like stuff, and then like online or in game he's like such a savage and that's like my favorite thing.
When you
So-
roasted Loyal, that was the
Oh my
funniest thing
God.
I love that rose.
It started
So
off with
fun.
Marshall,
ever. Yeah.
and then went to
Yeah.
Loyal.
And then I
Loyal
thought
option.
it was super funny because we shared the same hotel at Genesis, and he has like a little baby Luigi doll. And I was like, is that yours? Like, why do you have that? And he's like, it's for good luck. And I just thought that was super funny. Because he's like, look at this guy. You don't expect, like, Gio to be the guy with those, like, little Luigi dolls. I just thought it was super funny. But anyway, we'll get into some of the events that have happened recently in Project M, starting with Gator Gaming Winter Party. With you.
Yes.
It's your event.
So that was a Central Florida event in Gainesville. and it had 86 people in it. That's like pretty significant.
That's
like,
really huge.
SoCal
For
doesn't
like
even
team
get
in general.
the last time SoCal was that was BroCal with like had like slightly over 100, but that's it. Like we haven't even like come close to 80. Besides BroCal,
I mean, I haven't had any
in like
events.
months.
Well, I mean, wait, was this
We
like a
never went
regional or was this just like a
This was a
monthly?
regional. This was
Okay,
regional.
Yeah. Okay.
There are definitely some Miami folks.
Mm-hmm. And like the main players at this one were Els, Not Gorilla, and then some local talent like AED and Jags. There's also some other notable Florida people that only like Florida people would know. So one thing I want to point out here is that Not Gorilla actually got upset in pools. When I was doing my research, like, oh wow, this looks really significant. And then I messaged Jags, and Jags like, yeah, him and Zach 777. What did Bowser Dittos, and Not Gorilla ended up losing that. Like, well, there goes that cool storyline that could have been.
Turns out Nog is just the best player in PM, like everyone thought all along.
Exactly. And then,
Thank God.
and then another player that to fall going into this tournament was AED because he's the #1 player in Gainesville.
I like that that's actually the name of their
Who's
town.
What?
Who's he main?
He mains Game & Watch.
Oh.
Because
Thanks.
I know him and Jags go back and forth, but AD has had the last couple, and Jags was like, lol, Game & Watch kind of thing. So he's definitely been upset about losing to AD. But then Nagrilla 3-0's Game & Watch, and then goes to Game 5 with one of the best Game & Watch in the game right now.
But he had a Game & Watch run. That's fun.
Well, he didn't beat the other Game & Watch.
That's true.
Oh, dang.
3-2.
But having to
3-2.
fight
3-2 against Els?
That's
Twice!
Really good, yeah.
2 Game 5s.
That's actually pretty insane because, like, yeah,
I mean,
know.
especially because, like, what's the thing? He plays DK. Like, Thunders obviously has beaten him recently, but, like, when Thunders first fought
He got
LZ,
fucked
He
up.
got destroyed.
super fucked up. So, like, it's all like, I mean, that matchup probably goes back and forth, but I feel like it still must be pretty tough, especially when you're, like, also perhaps less practiced than LZ, who's, like, been to a lot of stuff.
I'm upset that the top two are freaking memers.
Right?
Hate it.
It's
that
the
is
Florida
annoying.
way.
So that's pretty much it with the GGWP.
I think it's super cool, like, because, like, to have an 86-person tournament where, like, you only really know, like, 2 or 3 of
Yeah.
the names means that there's, like, a lot of locals. Like, I wish we had, like, tons of
Yeah,
locals.
Tennessee had an event like that. I didn't recognize any name in this Tennessee tournament. It had like 56 people at it.
That's super cool.
It was really cool to see that.
Yeah, because I mean, like that's like 50 people who might have just like decided to try out PM.
Well, there's a SoCal guy who goes to school in Tennessee, so I'm sure he was probably there.
Okay, so you know one guy.
One guy.
He's a
Oh,
snake
sick.
player Dink.
Yeah, like the key to having these big
I don't
events
know
is
if they're
it's all about the lower
I
level
only
players
know
that
what
want to
Yoshi
come out to
player
these
is.
events.
Okay, we're all talking at once.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. So that's it for your
That's pretty much it for Gator
Gatorville.
Gaming.
Gatorville. Wow. But anyway, we're gonna move on to Epic Anniversary, which I believe was you.
Yes, Epic Anniversary is a Oregon regional that happened. I think one of the Washington carpools came down, so you got Bladewise Chevy and Zygote. Zygote, I think, is like number 8 on there. Everyone knows who like Bladewise and Chevy are. They're like 1 and I don't know what Chevy is, but
I
like
wanna say 4.
Chevy's 4, I think, or maybe 3
Because Aki and Pikmon would
Yeah.
probably be above him.
Right. So then Bladewise Chevy and Zygote. Zygote's a Olimar player who's like, what is he, number 9? Yeah. So they came down,
Oh,
and mainly you
Pikmon
had
isn't on it.
yeah, mainly you had a bunch of Oregon players. They all were there. So like if you look at their Oregon PR, you have Gage, who's like their number 1 Raw player, was there. Eggs was there. Fat Goku was there, but only played Melee. Like Fat Goku's like a huge rager, so I can imagine him not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got Fox, who plays Fox. He was there. T-Speds. Or T-Speeds.
T-Speds.
T-Speeds. The Yoshi player and Crow. So like everybody who's anybody from like Oregon was there. So if we look into the bracket, there are like pretty much Bladewise just comes and just cleans shop. I feel like that's like the story of anywhere that
Of
Bladewise
Oregon,
goes.
or yeah, I'm just like his
Yeah.
like Pacific
There's
Northwest
no race.
area.
Bladewise just dominates it. It's either him or Aki. They're like
Yeah.
winning those
Well, I haven't
tournaments.
even seen Aki that much in any of these brackets.
I think Aki moved to the Midwest or something because remember he was
Yeah,
at
he
he
was
was
at-
at Wreck the Hall.
Yeah.
So
And I haven't seen him at anything Pacific Northwest wise in a while.
yeah, so then pretty much because like last week he like Bladewise went to Canada, beat up on Canada, went back to Washington, beat up on Washington,
And now it's in Oregon.
Travels down to Oregon, beats up on Oregon.
I guess go to NorCal. There's just NorCal after that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then maybe eventually get
He's
to
gonna,
SoCal.
he's gonna be Thunder's next.
That would be pretty amazing.
But pretty much, Bladewise goes undefeated in this tournament, dropping only one game to a guy who isn't even from Oregon. His general tag is Hunger. He's from Wisconsin. Him and Marshall are 1 and 2. But I guess for this tournament, he tagged himself as Finnegan gonna get it in again. Which is like a really weird tag, and I like was looking at this, I was Googling this tag, I was like typing into YouTube, like, who the fuck is this guy? The only one who's here. He's not from Oregon, that's why. So it looks like Bladewise has Oregon on lockdown.
Has like the Pacific Northwest on lockdown for
Pretty
the most part.
much. He like.
I mean, I imagine it must have just been like him, Aki, and Pikmon must have been like the 3 like triangle maybe, and then with those 2 gone, it's like
Yeah.
he's
I mean, he
he
got
just
Chevy.
ran-
Chevy ends up getting second, but he gets 3-0'd by Bladewise in the end.
He lost a Gage though.
Yeah.
Gage-
And then I guess Gage DQ'd himself from Losers Final, which was really weird. I didn't really figure out the story behind that. But that puts Zygote at 4th place, which is really cool because that means that the three Washington guys came down to Oregon and just beat up on Oregon, which is always
got
like
top
really
4.
fun. It's always fun when an OP car comes down, knows how to make a ruckus. But yeah, so that's pretty much the big thing there. Oregon still has a little bit of a ways to go to catch up to Washington.
Fun fact: T-Speeds beat me at Paragon.
That is really fun.
That is really funny because it's Yoshi. Like,
Oh,
what were you even?
it wasn't a Yoshi. It was just Charizard.
Oh, I didn't
Wow,
know.
that's even more embarrassing.
I beat his Yoshi. Oh wait, I split 1-1 with his Yoshi. I think it went Charizard game 3, and I was like, what? I was not expecting this. And then I got like games twice by day. I'm like, what does this character do? And I was so sad.
But yeah, that's Oregon. That's what happened last week.
All right, and then we're also gonna hop on over to Michigan, which had Grand Valley Grand Prix 10 on February 25th, which had 56 people. Which again, like in the Midwest world, like it's real good because like you would, for the most part, have to travel quite a ways to make anything happen. And I was talking with Pooch, and apparently both Michigan and Illinois have been seeing kind of a resurgence in their like weekly-ish PM scene. I know he said at least Illinois has been having like regular 30-man brackets, so that's pretty dope.
I remember that old, really bleak post that Pooch was like, "Hey,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
getting like 9 people, guys. We're like pretty much
We're on
done."
life support.
But now they're back at 30, which
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
better than us.
Yeah, he said that for whatever reason they just have the fire back, which is like really exciting.
I think the circuit has something to do with that. The Midwest circuit, people are like
Traveling
wanting to.
around.
Oh, the
traveling
Midwest
around.
circuit,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
The Midwest. That's what I meant.
A lot of circuits going on.
But anyway, in terms of the bracket, well, Morse code is Samus, who is 5th in Michigan. So speaking of like local people trying to do okay at their event,
Oh, this guy did really okay.
and this dude,
Really
oh yeah,
okay.
okay. So the story of Morse code again, a
this
Samus.
dude did really okay.
Apparently, he was melee oriented. Samus lost in winners round 1 and goes from losers round 1 all the way to take the whole tournament, which is ridiculous.
That's a lot of
Wait,
sets you gotta play.
That's the same guy who got top 8 at Big House.
Big House,
right?
yes. He lost to Nun.
Mm-hmm.
He went 2-0 up against Nun Falcon. Nun switched to Ganon, and Nun reversed to Yodin.
Ganon Samus.
That match was hard.
Yes, I am aware. But yes.
He won 10 sets in a row, which
Oh,
is pretty crazy.
That is terrible. Just thinking of doing that,
That's
like,
as many sets as you play in 2 tournaments.
yeah. The only time I've ever had to do something like that was Rewired,
Yeah.
where I lost really early and had to do a punch
Yeah.
and lose.
But he loses to Nave, who is like a little ZSS homie in the ZSS.
Yeah. So yeah, the person who took him out and made him do the whole run was apparently Pooch was telling me that it's like definitely a guy to be on the lookout for. Yeah, I think you already said, but 5th from Illinois, Zero Suit Samus. So that's pretty cool.
He kept doing well after that too. It's not like he like just named.
Oh yeah. He takes out arrows and then
So, and then lose to X.
XYK, a respectable loss.
Which
Yes.
is funny because then that drops Nave down to play against Pooch, who's another Samus, and Nave loses to Pooch.
Yeah. Well, apparently they just play very differently, is what I've been told. But then I guess
Yeah, Pooch actually
Morse-
utilized a lot of PM tech, like the crawl mechanic
Yeah.
and
Pooch
ice
is-
mode.
Well, it wasn't enough to take out Morse code because he gets 3 of them.
That's what
And-
Samus did. That
and
sounds
then-
awful.
Yeah, and then he beats Dirt Boy, which I think is pretty good. I don't know, like their record.
I wonder
or,
why
like,
the
how
game
that
count wasn't
matchup
recorded
goes.
there.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
Dirt Boy's just really fucking good. So like, if anyone beats Dirt Boy, I think that's really
Respect
good.
Yeah, that is really good.
And then goes on to double eliminate XYK in Grands. Apparently that's
6-1.
Yeah, that's not like the biggest deal because obviously Luigi Samus and like
That's
he's
hard.
done it before. Yeah, Morsko
Luigi
beating
is that
XYK isn't the biggest.
Apparently
upset.
isn't.
I remember watching a GIF of XYK and Dirt Boy, and like XYK like got like the most lucky misfire.
Oh right, as Durbo is rolling on the ledge, the misfire hits him,
And then like
last second.
and he like XYK can't believe he won it. Like he just sees Dirt Boy all salty. He's like, you know, like.
Another thing to point out is poor I Heart Love Tap here because he gets upsetted in winners round 2. He's like, okay, I think that's an upset. Oh, Lucy over I Heart Love Tap, which is 2-1. He's like, okay, I got upset. I guess I'll try to make this loser run. Nope, run into Morse code right when he dropped to lose. Like, what? That was quite unfortunate.
I mean, yeah, Morsko losing like winners round 1 must have been like really weird for the bracket because he clearly like
I've never seen
Clean
one
sweep.
player's tag so many times on the
in like a
screen at
line.
once. And it keeps going.
Yeah, no. Again, 10 sets in a row. That's pretty crazy. Like the stamina alone to do that seems
Yeah,
like
that's crazy.
Sounds like someone who plays Samus.
That's true.
You have to play 10 sets as Samus.
And it's not like these are all like 2 O's or 3 O's. Like he split like a lot of games.
Yeah.
I just realized he played Samus. He probably spent.
Yeah, he played Samus, so it's even longer.
So that's probably like hours
Oh my
of
goodness.
gameplay.
I'm just thinking about specifically recovering off stage with the bomb jump. He probably wasted at least 25 to 30 minutes just doing that across the entire tournament. If you collect all of the bots and stitch them together.
And then he made $120.
It's
Oh,
a big
yeah,
tournament, dude.
still.
50-something dollars.
Yeah.
50-something people.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
And they get you like 200, 300.
I thought it was also pretty interesting that in winners finals we saw a really close set between XYK and Dirt Boy, although XYK took it out. I think historically Dirt Boy wins that, but I don't want to say that and why. So I want to say that though. I can't remember.
Then say it. Just say it. You're wrong.
We're so constantly wrong. But anyway, yeah. So Morse Code, Samus took first, second went to XYK Luigi, and then third was Dirt Boy, which is pretty. They were like the top 3, or not top. I don't know if Morse Code was one of the top 3 names, but I would say Dirt Boy and XYK were definitely the top 2 dogs to be notable from this tournament.
I also think another thing to point out is Pooch did announce like months and months ago that he was retiring from like competitive Project
Yeah.
M and like I think even Melee. Like I think he was dabbling in competitive Melee.
It's like
but
not
it's good to
seen
see him actually compete again because
Texas
he's
strat.
actually like a pretty big figure. Like he's done a lot for the PM community, so to see him like stick around, not only like as a community member, but as like a player too. I think that's cool to see.
I mean, he was at the last Midwest event we talked about too, Tales of Jang 10. He was like at that one. I think he made out of pools there too. I mean, he got 4th year, so you know.
Yeah,
That's
not too
cute.
shabby.
I think every Texas player needs 5 quitting posts before they actually quit.
It's like a cat with 9 lives kind of thing.
Some of them need more.
But anyway, we're gonna move on to Tampa. Never sleeps.
This is the one that happened this past weekend. Another pretty big Florida tournament. This one in South Florida. So I don't think Hero Time came to this one, but you had J-Fist, Els again, Nagarilla again, and
47 people. That's pretty good. So they had, what was it, 85 and then a 47-man
I
bracket?
think 86, then 47.
Yeah, that's like really good for Florida.
Yeah, Florida's getting like, really good attendance.
Especially like considering this is in like the last 2 weeks.
I know that the biggest upset that happened here was Blinking Sky over Nagarilla in winners quarters. I want to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, who is this guy?
He is a Link player, and
Another one in Florida?
Is
this just
I
like the
forget
growing
where he
round?
is ranked, but he put into perspective, Jags, he was number 8 in South Florida before the most recent PR came out, and he's not ranked anymore, and I think it's only top 8 on South Florida's PR, but he almost always beats Blinking Sky, but then he's also never beaten Nagarilla, then Blinking Sky 2-1s Nagarilla. I think this is the first time Blinking Sky has beaten Nagarilla, and this is a pretty significant upset in this tournament.
For more perspective, I was like, Mickey and I were talking in the car, like, he's like, oh yeah, Blinking Sky upset this guy. I'm like, who's Blinking Sky? I type in Blinking Sky Project M. First thing that comes up is like winners round 2 of an Arcadian. So that's like the skill level we're working with.
Well, good shit for him.
Yeah.
And then AAD also doing well back-to-back tournaments. I think he got 4th here.
Well, I mean,
Lost
Blinking
in the
Sky
Blinking
also
Sky twice.
upset him.
Well,
Oh,
playing
he
Game &
double
Watch is
eliminated?
also very difficult
No, that's fine.
for the Game & Watch, from what I hear.
Cool.
So,
No Gorilla makes it all the way back, though. Oh my god. Actually, No Gorilla has kind of a solid run. Because he takes
Yeah,
out
Japus ends up getting 5th just because he ran to Gorilla and loses. Who did he lose to in winners? I forgot.
If it's L's.
Kala.
Dang,
Oh,
that's
no,
like
he lost
two-
to L's. Lost to L's, and he lost to first and second gets 5th. Brackets, people. That's how brackets work.
Dill at Rewired is the worst one I've seen.
No, Dill. Oh, poor Dill. At
Oh,
Rewired.
Oh, yeah, he got super
He got
body.
25th by losing to me and Thunders.
Alright, anything else you want to know from...
That's pretty much it with that Florida tournament.
Alright, then we're going to go to the one everyone probably remembers. 2 weeks ago we had the Flex Zone 2 in New York, which had 129 people. And was like basically like a tiny national. Because
And the biggest tournament of the year so far.
Yeah, and you got to go to it with Boring Man.
Yes.
How was it?
Okay, it was fun. It was better than Supernova for sure.
Just like the whole
That's
package.
the whole package
the
was
opening.
awesome.
There are parts of the package of Supernova that I really didn't like, and there are parts that I really like.
Man, the whole experience, like from like getting there to leaving, was like great. Like, there was no point where I was just like, "Oh, this sucks." Like I want to go home.
Yeah, you're scrunched together with like a ton of random strangers in a subway, and you're like, wait a second, what's going on?
So this tournament brought out how many of the Titans? 4 of the Titans. So
Thunders, Malachi.
no. Me, Malachi, Flip,
Hyperflame.
and Hyperflame.
Oh, Thunders
Yes.
didn't go.
Yeah, that is
Yeah. So those are the top 4, by the way. The Titans got the top 4.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really
Oh, well, that's pretty cool.
So that was pretty cool. And then to disrespect Hyperflame, Malachi put the Titan tag on top of himself when he played him, and he force locked him.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wait, what match was this?
Losers semis. In losers semis, he put the Titan tag, picked Sheik, and force locked him.
Dude, that's fucking sick. Dude.
I didn't notice that. I watched that live too. I didn't even see that.
But yeah, in terms of like big upsets, would be like Aklo beating Gallo.
Who is Aklo?
Okay, Aklo.
Like, who the fuck is Aklo?
Aklo is this like 16-year-old kid who I think the last time he attended was Flex Zone 1, which was like 2-3 years ago.
Like
2.02.
2.02. Like he fucked up a bunch of New York guys. Like he beat Emu Killer. I know that was like probably the biggest win he had.
He got
and
second.
He disappeared.
He got second to Muta King in that tournament. So
What the fuck?
he was like 12, 13 at that time supposedly. This is
Yeah, he's like 13 years old.
now he's like 15, 16, and like his parents are really strict. He can only play on like breaks. Like straight up.
You like can't play video games on the weekends?
Yeah, so he only plays on breaks or not, like going stuff. I think he plays with his brothers. He has like 3 brothers apparently, and they're all good at Smash for some reason. And so yeah, we see him in bracket, and the first thing like we see him and Stereo comes up and like, watch out for that guy. He's super good. I'm like, he looks like a little kid. Get out of here. And then he beats Gallo.
Live in the Link. He's known for Link, but he goes Fox and basically just laser camps.
I'm gonna be honest. He does not know how to play Link. He knows how to play Smart Smash. So like, let's say if I pick Link, that's how my Link would look like, you know?
Oh yeah. It's like don't know how the character works, but
Yeah.
you can manage.
So like when he plays Gallo with Fox, and he wins game 1, and then game 2, Gallo like misses a side B and runs off and kills himself. Like he's like about to side B, and you're like, okay, game 3.
Yeah.
Game 3, and then he runs off and dies. Yeah. But like Gallo was feeling under the weather the whole weekend apparently. So like I can't blame him. You know he tried his best.
Yeah. Aklo is also just I saw the set online or on the stream, and pretty much like Aklo is like the most like composed and like has a lot of self-control Fox. He didn't do any stupid Fox shit. You know what I mean? Just like multi-shine until their shield like gets low enough,
Right.
and just wave shine up smash, and then just like go back and laser camp.
There was just a funny moment in that set where like I think he hit Gallo with an up air, and while he's waiting for Gallo to come down, he was just multi-shining on the stage.
Like 10 in a row.
he did like 10.
Like I think the kid is good. He's really good, but since he doesn't practice a lot, like he gets a little nervous and then he messes things up. Like he missed every bomb jump he did with Link, every single one. Not even joking.
Oh, yeah?
If he would have hit all those bomb jumps he missed, he would have beat Switch. He would have beat him.
Oh
wait,
my
you
gosh.
saw the Switch set?
Yeah. They took breaks in the middle, like both of them. They went to the bathroom like twice, and like I'm not even joking. So that set's like 50 minutes long. And not only they're camping super hard, both of them play like degenerates.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
So that was a good set to watch. Everybody was super excited. And then the other set that was super exciting was Barryman versus Switch.
That was the game 5 set too.
It was
Game
a
three.
game three.
Oh, game 3.
It was the best of 3.
Nice.
Like, Switch touches Barryman, he dies. Like absolutely.
Yes.
Just one hit, dies.
Was it Meta Knight or Mario?
It was Meta
Meta
Knight.
Knight.
It was Meta Knight the whole time.
He thought he was gonna go Mario, but like but Barryman knows the matchup with Meta Knight because of Ivane.
Mm-hmm.
But when Switch got touched by Barryman, it was like a minute edge guard, like straight up just a minute. So he would throw him off, grab ledge, let him come back on, go back on, grab him, throw him back off. He did that for like a minute.
That only happened like
Through
the second half of game 2, then game 3. That's
Yeah.
when Parker started picking up. The first like game, Parker was doing like really shitty.
Yeah, he got
Parker was not
bodied.
playing well at all.
But in game 3, like he grabbed him at 0, I think, and then threw him off and edge guarded him perfectly for the full stock.
All he did was just get up, force him on stage, grab him, back throw, rinse, repeat,
And
until
then-
death.
Wait, you can't do anything about that?
No, it looked impossible. It looked really.
Because
Barryman
you-
has that effect on people. Like,
No,
like you see him do it, it's
it's-
like it looks so easy.
It's basically Wolf because Wolf, you just edge guard like sheep. You just force him on stage. He has 30 frames of end lag when he lands, so you have plenty of time to go and get a grab.
And
I do that to Wolf. I destroy wolves.
And it had the coolest ending ever because so Parker goes for the up throw in
Up
cape
throw down?
and he's like a little bit off on it, and then he does cape and he aims it downwards, and then he falls right into him and kills him. I got 90.
It was a
max
90. It was like 120%.
But it was max distance, like horizontally this way, and then he hit him. It wasn't even guaranteed. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It may have because space like Wolf isn't hit stun for a really long time after up throw.
But it looked like it just looked really cool because it just, like it's
'Cause
not.
you usually
It's,
see
I,
it do it really
I think
short.
what was cooler was at the end of game 2 when he grabbed Switch on the Smashville platform, was on the right side of the stage. He back threw him.
Oh, he caped him.
Turned around, dropped through platform, and caped him.
So if he
If he
missed,
missed, he's dead.
and if he didn't die, he died because like he did the Mickey.
Oh yeah. The
He
big
did
Balc.
the big Balc.
He did
But
the
it
Mickey.
worked. So it can't be the big Balc.
But it worked.
And
Unlike the
the
Mickey.
tournament ran fine for being a one-day event. We ended like at 1:30. You know, like
Because it started.
So
People started around noon, right?
noon, I think.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but the 129 people.
Yeah, it was a long tournament, but like we can't blame like the TOs for that, you know, because I mean
It's a one-day
A
event
ton of people.
to get through all those people.
Yeah, and then I think me losing at the Neps before that like really like helped me like do all this.
I saw you
I-
get bodied.
Hard
I
body.
got 3 stock by Switch if I remember correctly.
No, I got 2. I was getting 3 stock. I was getting 4 stock. I brought it back to last stock. That's what happened.
Okay, I remember something really bad.
Yeah, I did get whooped on that game, and then. In a stereo, I lost because I missed no cancel. I just straight up just.
Oh yeah, that was so like he missed the outcast. So I just died.
I had a guaranteed kill setup already. It was like I caught his double jump.
Top platform on
I
Battlefield.
top platform battlefield. I go, dude, I hit him, miss El cancel, and then bam,
And then
down
he
there,
dares you.
and I died. So that sucked, but but I did beat Malachi at that event.
But then Malachi beats you twice
Yeah.
at this event.
So,
Yeah, that was great.
So I'll go through my like run. So
Okay.
so first match, the pools doesn't matter. So I
Yeah.
get to Goalie. I beat him game 1, like pretty close, whatever. Game 2, he plays me on his counter pick, lame ass character, he wins.
all right.
Game 3, he plays. He's dumb, so he loses. My counter pick. That's all you gotta know about that setup. That's it.
Well.
That's all you got to know.
That's all you gotta know.
Fine.
All right, fair enough. No bias.
And then the whole crowd was cheering against me, by the way. And
Of course.
Of
That's
course,
new.
what the
It's East
no,
Coast.
like this is like allowed to cheer against me like until I got to Malachi again. So like then I played
Anther.
Anther. Then I played Anther and
I like
Game 1 was really
game,
close.
Game 1, it was only close because I did a dumb downer and I tried to kill him
Yeah.
at like 20.
that was
And then
you
funny.
did.
Yeah, I did it. I died, and
Okay.
then I clutched it out, and I only took like maybe like 10% on my.
No, you went like 56%.
Sorry, I didn't take that much percent. I was there.
Mickey
Not,
is a fucking nerd.
I
knows
It's
the
around
vault,
there.
too.
I watched that set like last night.
I wasn't
That's
in kill percent, so I wasn't even worried yet.
Mhm.
But and then then so game 2,
That was
I
the
destroyed him. It was almost a 4-stock. Like
bodied it.
I think I JV
Is like 13, 14%
yeah,
around
so
there.
almost JV 4.
3 stock.
What the fuck? How?
Because like I don't know, it's just like I figured out what he liked to do by the ledge, kept him by the ledge, and then every time he tried to kill me, I like avoided every kill move I possibly could. And then after that, I played Strong Bad. Because Strong Bad had like the easy bracket because Frozen,
Frozen didn't show
up. So Frozen had to play Watch and Learn. He beat Watch and Learn because...
Strong Bad.
And then he beats me game 1. Super close.
Oh, really?
He beat me game 1.
I saw that the bracket shows a 3-1 though.
Yeah. And then I went Super Saiyan. And then
The fuck you go Super Saiyan?
Why now on Strong Bad?
I went
Winner's
Super
quarters.
Yeah. Then I went,
Calm down.
Really gotta show him who's boss.
I went Super Saiyan, and then like I like had 4 stocks to 1 at one point, and I started like at that point I just started playing around. It ended up like 2 stocks to 1 or something like that. But okay, so that was Mario did. It was nothing special.
Sure.
My matchup. Then I played Hyper Flame, who got annihilated.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't see this set.
I saw this set.
Yeah, I saw this.
When he
too.
says annihilate, that is
Is it an
about,
understatement?
That is about what happened.
So game 1, it was not. It was not too bad. He got 2
Like
stocks.
I know Supernova, you destroyed him as well, didn't you?
No, it was super close.
Oh, that was super close.
Yeah,
And
that
the
was
push one
bad.
buttons was super close too, as well.
Yeah,
right?
I was down 2 on that one.
So do you like feel good about that matchup? Because it's not like you have any Lucas practice.
Okay,
like,
so-
nobody here does
So
that.
this is what Hyper Flame likes to do. He puts Magnet up, hopes you run into it.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fair it every time. Every time I see Magnet, I kick it. I trade, I win. Because I go up and he falls in the tech chase. So I
It doesn't do that much knock.
yeah. So I faired it every time, and I kind of pushed him in the corner, and then my punish game on Lucas is like dumb. So game 2, I 4-stocked him like in like a minute, like it was super fast.
It was really fucking bad.
Yeah, super bad. I like downered him like to end it, like super like I did like a dumb downer to end it. It was so funny.
It was on the corner.
Yeah,
It was in the corner.
And then game 3, he switched to Wolf because he thinks he has a wolf for some reason.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Hey
too.
man, it beat Junebug's wolf.
He-
Who also has a wolf.
Who also thinks?
Who also thinks he has a wolf.
He started off well. I think he got me
He
like
took the first
he
stock.
took the first stock, and then he got 30 stocks. So, then I played Flip, and I was really hoping to play Flip because I love the Snake matchup. I think Snake is like, when people complain about Snake, I can't believe it because I think that character has like glaring flaws where I'm like Ganondorf level.
Like, what are those flaws?
Like that character needs to shield. Like absolutely, there's nothing he can do about it. Its combo weight is terrible, and like his recovery hurts him. Like little by little, he just starts killing himself. So like, when I played him, I played friendlies with him leading up to our match. Cause like he really wanted to learn the warrior match, and I was like, he's not gonna learn it. Like even if he does, I'm still better. So like I played him, and game 1 he played super well, and it was like 1 stock. I was like, okay, keep calm. Every first game, like I need to figure people out. You know, it just it gives me a little bit of time. Then in game 2 and 3, he just got.
You destroyed
He just
him.
got-
I watched that
Got
set.
combo to death every. He died off the top for my up air, like at 120, like on Dreamland. Like
Whoa.
and it was like,
I don't
oh,
know
cool.
how you do this.
And it just that matchup just seems really bad for Snake. And
Yeah, because like when you put people in shield, you can be really safe and really in your face and force them into shield.
he has good out of shield options like down air and up B, but like he's also going to jump squat, so it's fine. And then Wario can like. Wario's never gonna be under or above. He's always gonna come at like this
angle.
Yeah, like this angle coming down. So I'm usually safe from his like out of shield option. Then bite and he dies.
Have you fought Flip before? Like, what's your set count with him? Like,
Tons of friendlies.
It's
at
1-0,
Supernova.
tons of friendlies at this tournament, and then
how many like legit games?
I've had 1 money match and 1 set with him, and then he got bodied up both.
Okay.
So like ever since Supernova, he's like never wanted to play me because I money matched and I beat him. And then I ran into Malachi, and Malachi, set 1 he destroyed me. I can't even like deny it. He destroyed me. Set 2 I just decisively take game 1 on Smashville. Then game 2 I'm up quite a bit, and I was like, okay, I go up 2-0. This
Then
tournament's mine. And then he coaches it out, and then he wins the next 2, and I get 3-1. But he played amazing. Like yeah, he was angry. Which it was cool. Like the crowd was on his favor, so I think if the crowd was like if it was here, he would be losing to me again. But
Well, we'll see. He's gonna come out to bigger belt.
yeah, he's gonna come out to Bigger Bag. I'll take him out there. It's fine.
Let's go.
Well, we're teaming for a Bigger Bag too, so it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You,
Oh yeah, so OP.
Speaking of doubles, like shout outs to like American Bowser and Arsenal.
Oh my god.
They almost beat us.
you know, American Bowser and Arsenal's also teamed at Olympus and did really well.
That team was super.
That's
annoying.
really weird.
They're a super good team for some
So was
reason.
it Fox Bowser?
Yeah.
Fox Bowser.
Like,
Why?
like what happened was.
What is amazing about that?
Okay, so we're trying to combo with the
Who are you
Bowser.
teaming with?
Malachi.
No, okay.
So we're trying to combo the
So
Fox.
Team OP versus
American Bowser.
DFW.
So
Flyers.
we're trying to combo Bowser and like get Fox off pitch, and then Bowser armors something, and then Fox up smashes us.
Oh my God.
and it's just this is a repetition of this. We lose game one, we're like,
We lose game one.
Oh my god.
then we win game two pretty decisively, and we almost lose game three. Like,
Oh my god.
like it was Arsenal's. It was Arsenal's versus me and Malachi, but we were both at high percent, so one up smash each, and we
Yeah.
it was over. Besides that, we charged to the doubles bracket,
Dang.
and yeah, it was.
The only hard matchup.
It was American Bowser.
What?
That's
okay.
so funny.
That's fine.
This event was cool. Boyko ran it perfectly, and we got trophies, and
Oh, you got a trophy.
yeah, I got a
That
double.
trophy looks sick.
I got a doubles trophy. I didn't get a singles. It was only first place got one, but the first one's like super heavy. Like it's like a nice, like it has like a weight to it.
Malachi let you hold it for.
Yeah.
What could have been?
Touch.
Also, my trip to New York was great. I got to do everything I wanted to do. I went in the city, got good pizza, got good halal. Got
Did you
good.
hang out with it? Because DFW, which I found super random, also came up to New York. Did you hang out with those guys?
Okay, so I did hang out with them. I hung out with Luck and Troy on Monday because we had a Smash Fest at Wax's place. Also, shout outs to Wax because
Wax money.
best housing I've ever had.
Really?
He beats,
Wow.
he beats Shahed's housing. I'm sorry, but like,
Wow.
like he lives in a mansion, and
Definitely beats our housing last time.
yeah. So the DFW came out because Kat, I think because Kat convinced them to.
Oh, yeah,
she's
that's
in
right.
New York now, and I guess they wanted to see me too, but maybe. So yeah, so I got to hang out with the DFW there, and then Emo Killer actually came out to hang out with us on Sunday to go to the city. So
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, that was really cool, and we just hung out at the city with everybody, and yeah, it was a great event. It was a great trip.
Nice.
Also, Mike's parents paid for my cab from like Long Island to the airport. I was like, oh my god, that's
Oh
amazing.
my gosh.
That's like $80 to $100 or something.
That's like, I think it was like $50.
$50?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's crazy though.
And they bought me food like twice, and I was like, oh, thank you. Like,
Okay, that
Wax.
sounds like the best housing ever.
yeah.
Taking notes for super.
I'm proud of you,
I,
Wax.
I gotta find Wax good housing for bringing back.
Yeah.
I owe it to him.
Mhm. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for Flixum. So, as I think hopefully most people know by now, we also now have the PM rankings have been starting off today with I
Yes.
think what was it 50 through 41?
50 through 41.
Yeah, and so I guess we can just quickly go through each of them. I mean, one of us here was like a part of the team. If you wanna
Who could it be?
say anything about it, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I guess, how about you, what can you tell us, like, what was the process like for, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, well, was the team legit, or, like, was their process chill?
Well, it was pretty much whoever we liked, we put at the top, and whoever we didn't like, we just took them off the list.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. No, but pretty much all of these things are going to be revealed within the next week or two. So like, I'd rather everybody just kind of sit and wait for as far as who's ranked what.
Yeah.
What's really cool that we have is that we had a little team of people that wrote little bios for each player. So if you go down to each player, they'll have like a little paragraph about like what their big events were, what kind of like what their play style is, what region they come from, who they play against, which I think is kind of cool. And mainly the ranking process sort of started at the beginning of the year, and it's sort of a collection of all the 2016 results. So starting with, I think the first big event we included was Final Boss, and then all the way down, I think the last big event we included was probably like Rewired.
Yeah.
So like everything.
That's right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, you know, it shows 8 events here, but we included probably over 100 events.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, things like regionals count, like there were like certain parameters and stuff. We had like I think around like 16 or something people in the back room, like two representatives from each of the major regions. Yeah. So that we made sure that the biases weren't really there, which I thought was like super cool. A lot of talking, a lot of people. We made like had a Discord channel with like tons of different things. There's a lot of discussion about things. This is kind of why it came out a little later than we expected, just because everyone's really passionate about like, okay, did you hear about this guy? This is like our guy. You know, especially when like
quality over rushing.
Trying to sell your homies to the rest of the
I was
panel.
definitely I was fighting for all you. Some of your fucking records suck, dude. I'm sorry. There's only so much I can
Some
do
people
for all of
have bad records, but still got to be.
Hey, that means that their people were good at talking.
Yes.
But yeah,
Well,
it was
I'm
pretty
thinking
much.
like of our people.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hello, Seth, right there.
Seth actually has. Oh, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, but essentially, it was sort of a panel-based vote. So like, you know, like for me as a panelist, I submitted my 1 through 50. I scored everybody on a scale of 1 to 10, and like out of a pool of X amount of players, and we took the top 50 scores. So if you look, you'll see like right here by Shiny Zubat at number 50, he had a 3.5 rating on our scale from like 1 to 10. 1 being like the lowest player that we had of the eligible players, and 10 being the best player that we had on our eligible things. So stay tuned for like the next like week. They'll be revealed.
Are they being revealed every day? I feel like I should know this, but
I feel like I should know this.
yeah. How do we not
I
know
also
this?
don't really know.
By the pattern I'm seeing, it looks like it'll end on Friday with 1 through 10, just because.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're doing every day.
but like Red Bull like did like some like really
Weird
like
thing. Where
like,
it's
well,
like,
no they so we got like 40 like this we got 90 100 through 91, then we got all the way till we got to like top 30, and top 30 we only got like fives, and then we got to top 10 we got like 2, then we got to top 5 and it was like 1 a day.
Yeah.
I was reading all those, I was like, oh my god,
That's really
That's how they
annoying.
get
I
you.
did not like that.
I was like super upset. I was like, oh my god, I ended at like this person.
Well, thankfully we don't have Red Bull money. So
What's actually really funny is I think that only Strong Bad and other like elite like people the
Elite
panel,
panelists.
they actually know the ranking. Me as a panelist, I submitted my vote, but even I don't know the ranking of anything because like Strong Bad is like, I don't want another leak to happen. You know what I mean? Like
It's fair.
I've had bad
It's a
experiences.
fair
I've had
fear.
bad experiences with leaks.
We can't
so-
blame him.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna tell you guys shit. And I was like, that's fair.
all right. But I just wanted to really quickly go through just the people who've been announced so far. And
There's 3 Luigi's in the first 10.
Yeah, it's
There's
like
also
three
two Zards.
Yeah.
Luigi's, 2 Zards, bottom 5 people.
So to kick it off, number 50, who's gonna be the bottom, is Shiny Zubat of New York or of New Jersey, and he's a Yoshi Luigi man.
He had like
Only
one
East
really
Coast stuff.
sick. Look at that 7th place that we tech those two.
Yeah, he's
First
That
I do
was
it
a
DI.
really big
First
one.
I do it DI is the good term here.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, you also
First
got
at Duo
first
DI.
at Duo DI.
That was like a regional they had, and he won it. Like
Yeah,
everybody was
Over
Salty.
Gallo, right?
he beat a shit ton of people.
I thought like he won it in
salty.
grand.
Yeah, he over Gallo, yes, over Gallo. Also, why does Zen have like a asterisk on his name?
I think that's just part of his tag.
well,
There's another Zen too.
I think that I don't know if he added it because of the other Zen, but I know that I think that has become an addition because there are 2 Zens. He's just added that, I think, to make it clear which Zen is which. But yeah, so 49
He's
Zen.
just saying I'm the star.
I just think it's really cool because France, it's really exciting to see Europeans be featured in top 50 because it's
They don't get much opportunity to compete
yeah,
with us.
well, that in Europe's scene itself, I got to talk with Silent Doom, and apparently Project M in London is just not that much of a thing. People basically have to just go play Melee or Smash 4. So it's really cool that there's people in Europe still making stuff happen, and that you can still be good enough and have enough wins to be ranked. That's still pretty sick.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if anybody has.
Well, I mean, because Zen and Poilu or Poilu or whatever that his tag is. Yeah. So I'm not gonna pretend to know French over here. Pretty much, Poilu came.
Say it.
Poilu came down to BroCal, which I thought was really random.
Yeah.
He was just some random guy from France that came over. So he's been to SoCal. We hung out with him, and then they both came to Olympus. And the thing is,
Well, actually went to a ton of different events across.
He went to
the country.
Colorado and just beat everybody.
Went to Colorado. Went to Canada. Went to. He went. I think he hit NorCal for a little too.
Well, if you're coming for from another
Yeah.
continent, might as well
everything.
All right, but what are you talking about with Zen?
Yeah, but so him and Zen, they went down for Olympus, and we're like, oh, okay. Remember, they all carpooled with us or whatever.
Oh yeah,
In the
that was
huge van.
funny.
Yeah. So then, but they stayed after Olympus ended, and they kind of were in the East Coast for a while.
Yeah, they moved Connecticut.
Yeah, they did. It was funny because I think Zen beat Kais in the Ditto, and then what is it? Poilu also because he has the Zard matchup experience, and I'm pretty sure that Kais probably has no Lucario experience. Poilu beats Kais also, and then I think he takes the tournament because.
So top 2 was Zen and Poilu at that one.
Yeah, exactly. Because they beat Guli and Flip didn't show up because he was still inactive at that time. So from the little glimmers that we got of France coming down, they're really good. And like hopefully like they come out to more things, or even like host. Wouldn't that be really cool to have like some European event or something, and then like have everyone come over? That'd be really hard to fund.
Yeah.
But we'll see how.
There are European events. I don't know that there's any like PM exclusive European.
They have like the
have
Super Pharma Smash. It's like Super Pharma Smash, which is I think it's in Denmark. I think.
They used to have Beast, but it got replaced with Street Fighter V this year at B7.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunate.
We'll see what the future holds for Europe, because Zen is definitely one of their best, and it's cool that he is also one of the best.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on, we got 48th with Blue. I actually really quickly will say, I think it's funny that 47th is I Love Bagels. That like the top two Arizona guys are like...
Blue's number 1, Bagels number 2, but Bagels is ranked above him.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny.
Bagels has better results overall,
yes,
in the national sense.
Yes.
But yeah,
Bagels whooped on Luck. That's like my best memory of Bagels.
Alright, but yeah, so you got Blue and Bagels, and then 46 is X.
Luigi.
Yeah, YK, another
More
Luigi.
Luigis.
That's a third Luigi.
That's the third
Yeah,
Luigi.
third Luigi. And we're about to hit the second Zard as well.
Yeah, oh no, it's
Alright, then
Oracle. Oracle plays whatever the hell
Do
he
you want to
feels
spend more
like.
time on those players up there? Just talk about them a little bit?
I mean, we can. I know, I don't know, because I feel like Blue and Bagels are also examples of, like, players who, kind of like how Shiny Zubat has only been to the East Coast. Like, Blue and Bagels have basically only been to, like, the West Coast. So it's kind of interesting to see, like, at the top, like, of our 50th rankings, that you can kind of see there's still, like, some regional-only players. So I will say that I'm hoping that from this list, a lot of TOs can kind of see, like, notable names and maybe try to, like, see some of these players and be like, yo, maybe it's worth, like, getting Blue to come out to the East Coast for the first time. Or, like, maybe we'll consider getting Shiny Zubat, because, like, I think this list will really help, like, clarify who to be on the lookout for.
It was really hard to rank these players because a lot of them have like sort of spotty attendance, or like they only play
and like
against
zero
people.
interaction with like some
so
of the
it's
other.
like when you want to put someone like Shiny Zubat against Blue and you're arguing for like relative rankings and stuff, it's really hard.
Because it's like, well, Blue beat this guy and this guy beat Shiny Zubat.
But like these players don't like even interact with each other. Like how do you? It's like an indiscreet little measurement you gotta make.
And Arizona did not go to Olympus. None of them.
Oh yeah, none of them did. That was
I think
that
it
was
like
a big
one of the only regions that didn't go to Olympus, because almost every other region had at least like one person show up. So yeah, that's interesting.
AZ's got to make it to the East Coast sometime.
They're good.
And then I talked about Bagels a bit earlier, but yeah, I think Bagels, it was really crazy seeing. I want to say like one of his breakout tournaments was Soiree, which was like.
I think that's when he started getting recognized.
Like on a national level. So it's been really fun to watch his like career over the last year. It's gonna be about a year now. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like he had such a good run at Soiree, like almost taking out Venom. He almost got first. Like I don't know if anybody actually remembers his set with Venom.
That was crazy.
But like,
oh my gosh,
that shit was ridiculous. He
that
like
was a
almost
nuts
like
set.
it was like probably one of his first times.
The second set, the
SoCal.
grand finals, not semis.
And then at the Legacy right after, like he got like 5th, and then Blue got like 3rd. So like,
yeah.
So like they did well in SoCal when we thought they were trash.
Yeah.
But we did whoop on them at Reward, so let's not forget that.
More recent. It counts more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if anybody else has anything about Bagels they want to.
I think it's interesting how Bagels is in XYK, or because they're both Luigi's, right? Because I don't know, like it's hard to, because XYK is another Luigi.
Yes.
And like I in my brain, Bagels is the best Luigi, but I don't know if that's like the case, because like XYK, like he actually has like really good results too, in another region that doesn't interact with the other regions.
I think Bagels is better personally, but I haven't really played XYK, so but like the thing about Bagels is that he gets to play against the West Coast, which in my opinion is considered a little bit inferior to the East Coast, like in terms of like viewership, and so like XYK gets to play all these like names that are more well known. So it seems like when he wins more. But like Bagels has beat me, IPK.
Oh yeah, Bagels did beat you.
Wait, when did he beat you?
Machiavelli, Venom.
When he went to AZ.
I ended up like 6-1ing him in Grand, but like
He got the set.
He got the winner's set.
I mean, just to get us set.
So yeah, so that's super hard because like like Wario destroyed Luigi.
Oh yeah, I know Quan does not enjoy that matchup.
So yeah, so I think
Yet
I
somehow
think
like almost consistently beats Nick, which is really funny.
they're close though. They I
Yeah.
want to say they're too far away. So that's 46 and 47. That's where they
Yeah,
belong.
they're really
Yeah, it's
close.
fair that they're
Hot.
next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first one that we have. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a little hard to be very like accurate with like.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean at the bottom of the list, it's like.
And then with all these circuits going on, we're gonna see like more interaction with people, so we have a better idea where people can.
Actually,
be
it's
ranked
really
for the
funny
next
looking
season.
at XYK's like records because all he has is 49th at Olympus, which looks really funny.
Yes,
compared to-
13th.
Oh yeah,
Smash
never
and
mind.
Splash,
Oh yeah, and that's like really good too because Smash and Splash had like a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think there's some notable results too.
Yeah.
Or he got third at Nexus, ninth at
Shuffle 8.
ninth at Big House.
He also beat Junebug. So.
Which is
They
pretty
both
good.
they both did.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they both beat
Bagels
Junebug.
also beat Junebug. Doesn't really do too well in stages, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
Luigi and like Peach have been his like problem matches like forever.
Yeah.
All right, and
Isn't
then
Rob one of those two?
He's not better.
Okay.
He only lost to Oracle. Like, he's the only one he would lose
Yeah.
to.
yeah, it's actually really I for some reason didn't even expect to see Oracle on here. Like when I was thinking of like top players because it's just like. I mean, he goes to, like, he does really well, and, like, he's the guy who got second at Paragon, you know? Like,
Yeah.
that's, like, pretty crazy to go from, like, second to Paragon, but 45th, and, like, the overall rankings. But it's just been such an interesting story for him of, like, going from becoming a player to, like, more of a community member. And I know these days he just kind of plays, like,
Whatever.
whoever, and he's, like, good enough to just do it.
You see, when he was a Rob Wario, he got second. Now he's a Rob Sirisu. Now he's like.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Your goddamn mouth.
Fine.
But he's still super good. But he says he did not play a lot in 2016. He has outdated meta. That's what he has. Like he plays in a very outdated way. Like the meta has developed so much that like if I tried what I did, same stuff I was trying in 2000, like early 2016, I would get demolished. Like to like Dadpool level bad. You know, like that's how far down I'm going.
That's pretty far.
Yeah.
Jesus, calm down.
But so I think if he played more actively and always went Rob, I think he could keep going up. But because he just has to catch up to the meta. That's all he's super good player.
Alright, yeah. And then we go on to
homie Kais.
44th. Kais. Another Zard. It's pretty cool that we have two Zards. Like, that the two Zards that kind of are, like, more notable these days actually both made it in the top 50. That's pretty cool. And I feel like Kais has been doing a lot of stuff. He's another player who has done, like, a lot of stuff on the East Coast and is, like, I know he's coming out for bigger Balc. I don't know if he has any other tournaments in mind. I guess that's also kind of on us. But, yeah, he has yet to make a West Coast splash.
Oh no, he did. He came to
He did come to a balcony.
He came to a balcony. He got wrecked.
Yeah.
He got wrecked.
Like
Wait, he went to
He went to a balcony. Yeah.
a,
Right.
a long time
really
ago.
long time ago.
Like
at,
the first 10.
beginning.
Like the first 10.
Yeah, like
Oh.
which was really weird because like I didn't know who he was at that time, and so I like was scrolling through like Balc brackets for like numbers stuff, and I saw Kais and I was like, how did I not know that like my Zard hero was just casually at my house? So yeah, one day we will hang out. But anyway, 43rd Hero of Time. I think it's
So now we're at the two links.
Yes.
Two Zards.
Yeah.
3 Luigi.
It's
We're
like
not
the
working.
tier list
This is
is
so
happening.
The popular low tiers.
Hey, that's where they belong.
Hero Time, like he made his big splash at Aftershock we didn't know, nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew who anybody was.
His tag was Red 1, and I think because he did so well at Aftershock, he changed his tag to Hero of Time.
No, he had Hero of Time as this, like in
Back then, because I remember I was
But
like,
before
who's
that, he had
Hero of
different
Time?
idea.
I remember I asked people like, who's Hero of Time? Who's Hero of Time? They're like, oh yeah, that's Red 1. He's the Florida guy. But it's like now no one calls him Red 1. You
Yeah.
know.
And he did good at Final Boss. The only reason he got 9th is because I got knocked into losers by Thunder as an upset
He
early.
lost to
Me.
No. In winners, he got upset by who's the AZ guy?
Forte Freak.
Forte Freak.
Yeah, and then he ran into me for playing for 9th, but that was just like I was like that's such a hard like that's such a hard like.
That's what you get for losing to Forte Freak.
no for me like.
Oh, you're talking about how you beat him, not how he lost.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay. I had to run into him in losers, which was super hard for both of us at the time. He was considered better than me.
Yeah.
At the time.
He was like top 4 seeds of the tournament. That tournament.
Yeah, and then because I got upset by Thunder.
Oh, what a time!
This was a year ago, by the way.
That's so crazy. That's a little more than a year ago. That's crazy.
So he was super good. That's cool that like both links are there. They're both the top.
Yeah, because there's like the 2 links too.
Yeah, so he plays pretty well, but like I don't think he's had another like I don't think he's ever had a top 8 finish though. I think that's like his problem. He's had like 9ths every time.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're gonna move on to our very
we
own.
can skip that one.
Seth George, Ion.
Liver who lives here at the Balc. Yeah, I know Seth definitely at least like early 2016 suffers heavily from going to things and then like not playing well at all. Like he like tends to like get upset in pools or early bracket.
Or tends to run into Mojo.
Yeah. So
It's a rough hat.
Aeon's probably my hardest matchup right now in SoCal. So if I run
isn't that funny for you that like
it's part of the character matchup and the fact that he's good, but mostly the character. But he's a really good player. He was getting top 3 behind it was me, Jose, Seth, and he's super good. It's just he like stops attending for a while, and then he's ass again, and then he attends again like consistently, and then he starts doing well again. But he's always prone to getting upset. Like after he beat me for like the first time ever.
BG.
He lost to BG right after. That was so funny.
Then he lost like all credibility. and the weekend after, I ended up winning Clutch City, so people forgot completely.
He did beat you again at Rewired.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
FD was
I
legal.
guess.
It was only one ban, and FD was legal. And yeah, so there's excuses.
Screw one ban. I hate one.
There's excuses, but he's good. He's really good.
Yeah.
But
he also had a win, a really good run at the.
That's his notable
The Philly tournament?
That is his notable tournament. It's the fourth at Project Clash.
Yeah, because he beat Bacon Pancakes and Professor Pro.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say that like I think Seth has had a harder national life up until like maybe like late 2016. I think like late 2016 he was kind of getting like into his rhythm with like.
Yeah, most of the results are late 2016. That's where his results.
Yeah, he
are.
goes from like 33rd here to like like.
When he moved,
I mean, he got the Olympus, but like
Olympus is really hard.
Yeah, I mean.
It's when he moved to the Balc because he got to play with Loyal more. Cause like
Loyal didn't play with anyone.
No, but like, cause like what happened was he was in Long Beach and me and him would never play. Like he lived in like a place where there was no parking, so he's like, "Come over." I'm like, "No." And so when he moved to the Balc, he got to play a lot more, go to every tournament without even like stressing about it, and then and both him and Loyal got good like together. So that's there.
Just that Balc magic.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Now Jace and Blakesy, they're coming up.
Okay, calm down. I have to keep telling you, calm down. It's like they got top 8 at a Balc and then beat Fracture. They're on the come up. But anyway, 41st Pikmon. Obviously went from living. I think he spent did he spend all of 2016 in the Pacific Northwest?
He just goes to school.
He goes to school in NorCal.
Yeah, but
that started this semester.
Yeah, so but he did
in fall semester.
So he spent all of 2016 in Washington, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's like pretty crazy because like Pacific Northwest like has their events, but you don't see a lot of people travel to like Washington or like that area. So that means that dude had to like move and go places.
He just pretty much just played Bladewise and Aki over and over.
Yeah, that's pretty much
and got flippers.
He's a guy known for getting hammers.
He plays game and watch. So he's gonna get some hammers.
But like he's like 9 hammers like everybody at least once a game.
Oh,
Not
man.
even like
That's actually true. You had a set against him with your pit.
Dude,
Yeah,
you guys remember
he-
the set with Sneeze at
he got
Boss
9.
3?
Also, he also beat Jose by getting 9 hammer. He 9 hammer Jose like 3 times in one set.
I remember Nick because like he was like wanting to co-main Wario Game & Watch, and then he said like after he watched Boss 3, he's like, I can't do this anymore. I saw too many 9 hammers. That ruined the character for me. But I'm pretty sure he's playing Game & Watch again recently.
Lamest Game & Watch I've ever played though.
Oh,
So like lame Game & Watches in terms of how they play. So it's like
So what makes him lame?
like, they don't approach. They just down tilt
Just
and hammer.
bacon?
Down tilt, bacon, hammer. That's all they do. So like top would be like pick one, and then it would be Loyal. Then it's
Els?
and Els is like he's like
Way
cool.
down
He's
low.
like cool, but like he's still a kid, so like it balances out. But like he's like definitely like a Game & Watch. I'm like, this is not fun. This is absolutely not fun.
He is our first Game & Watch though on the list, which
Yes.
is interesting.
And we do know that Els is probably poking his head around above 41st place, potentially.
I mean, oh yeah, that's the end. Yeah, I mean, I would fucking hope
And then
so.
Marshall's probably up there somewhere as well.
Yeah, I mean, notable Game Watches is probably Pikmon, Els, Loyal.
I don't think
Marshall.
Loyal would make it because he didn't actually do anything national-wise until like Rewired.
No,
like his
no,
Thunder's
Pro
wins are that's 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
2017, so it's not counting.
Yeah, this is only 2016.
Also, Seth is like considered more nationally up, so I would say I would think that he wouldn't be on it because Seth's, so he would never be above Seth in my opinion. So
Like I know
because we're replacing SoCal now.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he went 0-2 at Big Balc. Out to see he didn't get out of pools.
Oh my god.
Like I know he lost to Shokyo and Pooch.
What are we talking about?
Loyal, yeah.
Just a
Loyal?
pooch.
What?
Yeah, at LTC.
That's rough.
At LTC 4, he lost to Shokyo and Winners.
He beat Eudora at Final Boss. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the final boss.
When Loyal moved into the Balc, that's when he got pretty decent. He was really bad before. Like he was like a joke, like for everybody, and then he started winning.
But anyways,
We're like, damn it, we can't ignore him anymore.
that's our 50 to 41 with more to come.
And so I imagine more coming out tomorrow, if not later in the week. And then we're gonna transition on over to the fundraiser we're doing. I guess I'll just
boy.
okay.
I
I'll just quickly.
I don't know what's going on here.
Okay.
Courtney's got some announcements.
I mean, it's technically the first time it's getting mentioned in public, but we're obviously doing the triple tourney weekend that we've mentioned previously, at least in SoCal. I put it on Reddit. I don't know if anybody from
What
out of
are
region
these 3 triple tourneys?
have heard of it. We're starting off with Siege, which is an event at Cal State Fullerton. They're having a gaming expo, and Adrian, as the president at that campus of Smash Club,
King of Nerds.
yeah, has given us access. It was originally looking like it was going to be Melee and Smash 4, but there's actually a 2GG event happening that day. So he just decided to go with Project M. Thank God. And so now we get to have 3 events in a row because the balcony is on Saturday, as always.
Located a couple miles away from Cal State.
Yeah,
Fullerton.
and then Sunday is We Live In, which is, again, at Cal Fullerton.
Like,
So-
all 3 of these events are within, like, a 2-mile radius.
Yeah, there's like 5 minutes of each
We're all just
other.
camping out on the lawn at the Balc after
That's,
the
yeah,
tournament.
exactly.
Yeah, we'll just get like a bunch of RVs. We'll have like a little cookout.
Yes, because your neighbor will love that.
But yeah, well, whatever. But so in hopes to like make this a chill weekend, because obviously you don't just casually run.
3
I don't even know how I'm in a situation where we managed to line up 3 events that I'm like somehow a part of, and you are too. But like, well, actually, you're only part of like one of them. But yeah, so we decided that we want to like kind of mix it up and encourage people in various ways to come out the whole weekend. The first way that we're announcing this, or that we're going to encourage people to come out, is by flying someone out. And we did a poll on Friday, I want to say, where we were like, yo, who would you want to see flown out to like SoCal? And it was an overwhelming, we want Gallo.
I tried, Kais. I tried.
I mean, I also voted him. But
I wanted Aiden
I
because
voted
would,
for Aiden. I wanted you to beat him in the Bowser.
I just wanted a free bracket, to be honest.
Okay, well, I don't know what to do with that information. But yeah, so we're working on flying out one person because like to get a flight is like $300, and it's like we could fundraise $300. But when we talked to Gallo, he was like too humble to just be the guy we pick. He's like, no, I can't. Just choose Aiden, and we're like, oh, everybody wants you. Like, why are you doing
we want
this?
Aiden.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But he just wants an easier bracket.
I'm gonna cash in this weekend. That's what I'm
Yeah, this is like all for you. But yeah, so to kind of make a deal of sorts, since a lot of people want Gallo and
A lot of people also want Aiden. They're like, you got like 30 something.
Yeah,
You only lost by
so-
like 10 votes or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was pretty close.
So since a lot of people want both of them, and neither of them, as far as I know, have even been to the West Coast events, at least not in a long time. So we're gonna try to take advantage and get them both out. And the way we're going about that is through various things that will be fully announced tomorrow. We're obviously gonna do our usual. If you donate for, like, say, like an analysis video from Jason, you get to, like, donate that money, get an analysis video, and that money goes towards them getting flown out. And then we're also going to try to do a boss rush. So we're setting it up so that it's going to be Gallo versus SoCal. And, and
You can't do that. You lost him. You can't just do that.
yeah,
You do that against most people. You can't do that to Gallo.
Yeah, Gallo
We're
and
1-1.
Balc,
It's okay.
And so, again, all the details will be more fully explained tomorrow. But we're going to allow people, we're going to kind of push the West Coast, East Coast rivalry and make it so that you can donate money to boost the SoCal team, or you can donate money to boost the East Coast team. And so the SoCal team is going to be like, we're aiming to get like 4 people on there to fight Gallo, and you can donate to give Gallo stocks. So it's like you can donate to like pick who and how many are on the SoCal team.
We're gonna end up with like SoCal with like me, Jose, Parker, and somebody else, and it's gonna be versus like next because like we keep putting them down because we keep putting donate for SoCal.
Well, I mean, it's going to be Gallo no matter what. It's just a matter of how many stocks Gallo gets.
Okay, he gets 1 stick.
Dude, if the East Coast guy...
I don't know, dude. Okay.
You might be up against 40 Gallo stocks.
On the DL, as someone who has run quite a few fundraisers, SoCal is actually like some of the worst when it comes to giving money. You guys, well, not him, but you two maybe.
I've done
actually, you did it.
I
should say a lot of people in SoCal are not. I mean, I can respect because I also don't donate because I'm doing the fundraiser. But like,
I'm the one collecting the money. Let's be real.
Yeah, to give to other people. But yeah, so SoCal is actually not very good about donating that like fundraise in general. East Coast, on the other hand,
Knox always goes in.
Knox goes ham.
A lot
Knox
of people
is
go
get
in.
Gallo to 100 stocks.
No, Messi too.
And obviously, to make it more interesting, we decided that we're gonna like to further push the reason of supporting one side or the other. We're gonna reward whatever team wins, and so the reward we're going with is if the West Coast wins, Knox has to make a combo video of like West Coast players comboing East Coast players. But if the East Coast wins, Alex has to make a combo video of the East Coast beating up the West Coast.
There's plenty of footage of both.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
You just have to look at the 2 crew boats.
Depends which one you look at is the one where you take
Exactly.
yeah, so one of us is gonna get a video of making the other team look really stupid, and they also have to make it, Alex or Knox. So
I do want... Knox makes pretty sick combo
Yeah.
videos.
Yes, he does.
I want to make one of me like
Yeah.
being Boyko, you know?
And so, again, all of those details will be announced further. And there's other stuff we're going to be announcing for that event as we go. It's March 24th. I should have
26.
Yeah, 24th to 26th.
This looks like the last set of tournaments of the PR season as well for SoCal.
Yeah. So this will kind of be like a
Wow.
grand finale. Oh my god, the PR season's ending.
my God.
I could go 0-2 at all these events and still get first.
Yes.
On the PR? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, so obviously, if you're looking to come out for this weekend, you're on the West Coast, is kind of like who we're advertising to. We are offering free housing. Just talk to us, message us, we'll help set you up. We're gonna put out all the details for like where to put that money and what money you can use to get whatever, all that sort of stuff. And then we also have really cheap venue for all these events, with Siege being $10, free venue for the gaming expo, and then $10 bracket fee, which is just being used to encourage people like him. And then Saturday. I mean, that venue's pretty chill, and we're capping those brackets at like 100 people, so that could be a decent amount of money. And then Saturday is just the usual 5 venue, 5 bracket, and then We Live In is probably also going to be 5 venue, 5 bracket. So that's like a steal for 3 events.
Oh, they should make We Live in 10-10.
We're trying to get people to
On
go.
Triple Tournament weekend, I think you shouldn't do that.
But yeah, and also all 3 of these events actually all feature Melee and Project M, and we're doing our best to advertise to Melee people too. We're gonna talk with Lucky and hopefully get someone cool to come over and visit for the SoCal weekend. So yeah, I definitely recommend.
I'm pretty sure, isn't Frozen Phoenix happening this
I was
weekend?
actually just about to say, we're gonna now again transition over to our finale for the evening, which is looking at events coming up. That same weekend as the Triple Threatening weekend on like the other side of the continent is Frozen Phoenix. And right now they have Lucky, Thunders, and Dirtboy confirmed. And I know that it's going to be streamed again by Zach, which is Arizona PM. And he does a wonderful job streaming, so it definitely will be something to tune in for.
Do you remember who won the first one?
That's a good question.
Junebug. Junebug beat Dirtboy in Grands.
Okay.
After losing to...
Oh yeah, that's what I remember. That Dirtboy beat Junebug in winners,
Oh, yeah.
and then Junebug
Took it back.
took it back.
Calling it now, Thunders beats Lucky with Falcon.
Oh, my
Oh no!
I mean,
Oh, my God.
Lucky has to get there.
Yeah, Lucky does have to get there.
Lucky
But,
has to not lose to a Sonic in his pool.
No, Lucky does have a strong fire burning in him. He's still super salty about losing to Jaden. He hates it so much with a passion.
Why doesn't he come out?
And he also hates
He's
it when
in a
people.
wheelchair.
He also hates it when people refer to him. No, not anymore.
Oh, no.
He's not in a wheelchair anymore.
Alright.
But he also gets really upset when people refer to him as Jaden when he knows him as Vans. He's like, they're making it worse.
But yeah, looking at Frozen Phoenix, PM Singles currently has 96 people, so it's gonna probably
That's
be
already a lot.
That's
Like
yeah.
a month out.
Yeah, like 3 weeks or something, and it's already obviously again Lucky, Thunders, you got Ripple,
Fearless.
Oh, Fearless? What?
Dirt Boy. I think a lot of people for the Midwest, I think Marshall's probably gonna be going to that. Like, I think a lot of people who are like in that region and maybe the East Coast are gonna be checking out that. So it's probably gonna be pretty stacked. Odds I see is in here.
Oh, let's go.
So yeah, you have a mix of XYK, Speak the Devil. So you have a mix of Canadian and like Midwest and like East Coast talent, and then Fearless. So that'll be fun. And then another event that's coming up is No Fun Allowed.
Switch,
This
right?
weekend, the one where Switch, Mike Hayes, and Cyrox are all being flown out to this event. Obviously, Cyrox and Mike Hayes for Melee, and then Switch for PM.
Yeah, and looking at this bracket, it has 107 people right now. I don't
Oh,
know.
MK Leo is going there for Smash 4.
This is a PM.
Like the silence is like, but yeah, right now it looks like PM has Fuzz, Fearless, again, Switch, Grind, Luck, all sorts of cool people.
Oh, Drinking Food, Uncle Mojo.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you would get your. I mean, this is
That's
the
107
third-
people already registered.
Yeah,
Well, it's this weekend.
Yeah, this
so.
is the third event in the Texas circuit, so I'm hoping that the Texas people would head out to that. And then you got some out of region people too, so it'll be a fun regional.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna put our rankings on Smash GG, like the top 50 rankings. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting.
Somebody just has to submit it. It's really easy to submit a ranking.
It'll
Like,
be
I do it for SoCal.
All right, and then one last final thing. I have been told to tease that the circuit details are looking to be announced next week.
What circuit? Which circuit?
Yeah,
There are a lot of
there are
circuits.
many.
The new SoCal circuit?
The national circuit, I suppose you could call it. The one that we
Like
had
the
last
championship
year.
circuit.
The championship
Yeah,
circuit.
championship circuit. Adrian is going to be interviewing 2 people from the circuit crew. It's probably going to be Messi and
Atlas,
Messi and
Paper Fair.
Oracle, but
Okay.
because Oracle's been a huge head in leading that. So yeah, it's gonna be probably those 2. Adrian will be leading that interview sometime, probably next Monday. We'll figure out and announce those details as we find them out. But yeah, so that's the future of PM.
I do think another important thing to point out is that there was at first a huge conflict with LTC 5 and Clutch City Clash. They were scheduled on the same weekend, August 5th and 6th.
It's so sad.
But thankfully, CCC rescheduled to late October, so now people can go to both of the Texas tournaments and have more opportunities to go to Texas. Because I personally wanted to go to both, because I went to LTC 4 last year, had a great time with all the Squad guys, like Lunchables, Troy, Arsenals, Luck, the super great guys. And then I heard great things about Clutch City Clash, and with the Houston guys as well, like Fearless Buzz.
Houston is one of the coolest regions, I think.
Like, so I wanted to go there. I wanted to go there as well. Then when I first heard that they were on the same weekend, I'm like, no, this was like a really good opportunity.
I was gonna pick Clutch City, by the way.
I would have picked Clutch City.
I would pick LTC because I'm homies with the Squad guys, and I want to go visit them.
I've never been to an LTC. I've always had something else to do.
Dude, that actually LTC 3 is probably like my favorite tournament I've been to. I want to go to both too, but I don't know if I'll.
Oh, you missed out on Olympus.
Oh my
I know.
god! Just reminder.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, is there anything else people want to bring up? Anything else? Otherwise, are we wrapping it up? All right,
I think
cool.
that's it.
All right, well, what the fuck? Thank you all for tuning in, and we're signing off.
Later.